This construction worker looks like a total nobody, but he's simping for a girl who's a straight up 10 out of 10. To win her over, he pulls out 3 months of savings, handing over $1,000 just like that. He tries to get a little physical with her, but she shoves him away with pure disgust. Our main guy is Jack, just a regular laborer working the sites in the city. One night, feeling burnt out, he hits up a local club, ordering a bucket of beer to look like a big spender. Then, he spots a woman in the center of the dance floor. Her moves completely steal Jack's heart. When the music stops, the woman heads for the exit. Jack follows her out in a heartbeat. He sees her on a payphone by the road, so he pretends to make a call too, slowly creeping closer to her side. Turns out, this girl, Sarah, just got dumped by a rich sugar daddy. Jack notices she left her calling card in the slot. He thinks, this is my golden ticket. He hands the card back to the depressed Sarah, but she doesn't even look at this dusty guy. She smacks him right across the face. That slap ruined Jack's plan, but little did they know, it was the start of a toxic romance. 3 months later, Jack runs into Sarah again. By now, Sarah is working as a high-end hostess. The innocence is gone from her face, replaced by a weary, street-smart look. Over the next few days, Jack visits her every single day on his rusty old bike, riding a junk bike to a fancy bar. He's all about saving on the small stuff to spend on her. Then, Jack treats Sarah to a hot pot dinner. They hit it off, and the drinks start flowing. After dinner, Jack tries to give her a ride home on his bike. He gets so excited that he wipes out completely, face planting right on the pavement. That crash actually made Sarah let her guard down. The next day, Jack buys her a train ticket and sees her off at the station. Not long after, Sarah calls him crying for help, saying all her money was stolen on the way. Without a second thought, Jack catches the next train to bring her cash. To save money, they check into a cheap motel as a couple, staring at the woman of his dreams. Jack is on cloud 9. He empties his pockets and hands everything to Sarah, telling her to buy gifts for her parents back home. Back in the late 90s, $1,000 was a massive fortune. She acts reluctant but takes it, finally falling into Jack's arms. In the middle of the night, Jack has a sudden seizure, which scares Sarah half to death. Jack explains he's had this condition ever since a nasty fight with his ex-wife. The next day, before leaving, Jack takes Sarah on a shopping spree. A while later, Jack gets a call. Sarah says she's back in town. Jack is hyped and pedals over to pick her up, but as Sarah leaves the station, she runs into the rich ex-boyfriend who used to keep her. Sarah ignores him and walks away. When Jack arrives on his beat-up bike, looking all messy and dusty, Sarah feels embarrassed. She'd rather squeeze onto a crowded bus than hop on the back of his junk bike, leaving Jack chasing the bus like a fool. Jack spends a whole day's wages to buy her dinner. During the meal, Sarah hints that she needs Jack's help to rent an apartment. When it comes to her, Jack is a total yes man and agrees instantly, but as they leave the restaurant, they bump into that ex-boyfriend again. The guy mocks Jack, calling him a trash picker. Sarah's pride is shattered. She runs outside and starts sobbing against the tree. Jack can only stand there, apologizing and comforting her like a total simp. To make her happy, Jack quickly finds her a new place and even pays the rent in advance. Then he packs up all his belongings and moves in to live with her, while Sarah chills in front of the TV. Jack is busy cooking in the kitchen, watching him work so hard. Sarah actually gives him a rare compliment, but the good times don't last. While Sarah is at work one night, the ex-boyfriend shows up and demands her service. At the same time, poor Jack is working overtime at the construction site. He lies about his mom being sick to get off early, jumping on his bike and racing to the club. He just wants to pick her up from work, but instead, he sees Sarah walking out, all smiles with her ex-boyfriend. Seeing his ride-or-die girl back with her ex, how will an honest guy like Jack react? Stay tuned for the next episode.